Hey everybody, how's it going out there? My name is Meg Moonbeam and welcome back to my channels, my different social media channels. I'm very happy to be here today with the beautiful, handsome, one and only, my husband, Jens. How are you
Hi,
doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm very excited for this trip. We've done it 5 years ago, and it was amazing.
Mhm.
I was a participant then, and now I'm doing it myself with you, and I'm totally psyched for it.
Yeah, we are very psyched. And what we want to talk with you guys about today in this video is our upcoming Sacred England retreat that we're going to be doing in July of 2024. It's going to be from, what are the dates? July 3rd to July 12th, 2024. We've already got a bunch of people signed up, which is such a blessing. We're so grateful to everyone that has already signed up for the trip and wants to be a part of it. So yeah, we just wanted to talk a little bit in this video about what the heck we're going to be doing, why we want to go to England and host a spiritual trip. So maybe we'll start with you, Yanzi. We'll talk through a little bit of the itinerary, some of the information about the trip, but let's just maybe start with why are we doing this? We'll each speak on why do we want to do this trip?
Well, why? Because we're passionate about about really delving into the mystical side of life and traveling. For me, it's two things. It's traveling. I'm a Sagittarius. I really love traveling. I love going to different countries, even though like England is not too far away from me. It's still a different country. It's very magical, and the traveling aspect together with the spiritual aspect is amazing because that's what I really love. That was my passion. The first trip I did was with Patricia Correa in Egypt in
Mhm.
2016, which is 8 years ago now, and that trip was so amazing, and that ignited a passion in me to later in my life. And now is the time offer the same thing to people. I want them to experience this amazingness of traveling and spiritual, because a lot of spiritual events are in one location, like one
Mhm.
venue, but here we're really traveling. So it's two things: it's traveling, doing meditation ceremonies every day, and it's such great fun. It's such a great adventure, and it can be really life changing. And I'm sure it will be life changing because we're meeting up with like minded people. Especially the community. I really love. I mean, all the trips I did in the past as a participant, it was amazing meeting all these people. Being
Mhm.
in the group, sharing this stuff. And yeah, that's really my passion, and I really hope to bring that experience to the people, to the participants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I feel the exact same way, where Jens is a Sagittarius with like 4 or 5 planets in Sagittarius at the top of his chart. And I'm a Scorpio with my North Node in Sagittarius, and I got a couple planets in Sagittarius and in the ninth house. So we're both natural travelers, world explorers. We love to travel. We've both traveled our whole lives in different parts throughout the world. And also, as Jan said, very passionate about the sacred sites. And what's special about England is that England is home to the heart chakra of the world, right? So, actually, in the world, we have these different meridian lines, vortexes, sacred sites, and chakras of the planet. And England is home to the heart chakra of the world, which is Glastonbury, for those of you that have maybe never heard about it. So that's one of the places that we're going to be going on our Sacred England retreat. That's actually going to be the last leg of our trip. We're going to spend a few days in Glastonbury. So we're going to start in Wiltshire. Actually, what we'll do is maybe we can just talk briefly about like what the trip is going to be. Do you think that's a good idea?
Sure, like a short overview of
Just
the
do like,
itinerary.
yeah, we'll do a short overview of the itinerary. So if you'd like to learn more about full details of this trip, you can go to megmoonbeam.com. The link is in the description box of this video. So as you can see here on my website, it says Sacred England Retreat with Meg and Jens, a soul family journey to the heart chakra of the world, July 3rd to July 12th, 2024, which is really cool astrology as well, because we're going to have a new moon in Cancer while we're there. We're going to have Mercury will not be retrograde. So don't worry, anybody. Sometimes people ask me, is Mercury going to be retrograde? Is it a good time to travel? It will be good during that time. So no worries, you guys. So yeah, it's going to be, this is us actually at the Glastonbury tour last May. Was that us last May?
Yeah, that was during the Beltane.
Yeah, we were there during Beltane, which was very, very magical. So we're going to be traveling along what's called the Path of the Dragon, the St. Michael ley line, which actually, let me show a picture of that here for you guys. So throughout England, there is a ley line that goes from east to west, the southern part of the UK, which is called the St. Michael ley line. And there's several vortexes and sacred sites on this line. And we're actually going to be going to a lot of them. We're going to be going to Avebury, Glastonbury, St. Michael's Mount. We're going to be driving through that area. So we're going to be on a ley line pretty much the whole freaking time. So our intention is, a reunion of soul family to visit sacred sites during the summertime, celebrate life, connect to the magical energies of England, the heart chakra of the world. So it's going to be very uplifting. But I also think some really deep healing is going to take place on this trip as well. Are you feeling any themes around things coming up for the group so far as we're planning the trip?
For the group, not yet, but each person is also going through his or her own process in a trip like this, because people come in with different expectations, different energies. But I feel on a trip like this, where the focus is really on like the connecting with the mystical side of life and healing, you also get a lot of personal insight. At least I had that, on each trip I did, next to the adventure, I went to swim with dolphins in the Azores and stuff. Next to the adventure, you get like insights. You really get enriched, and that's what these trips really bring, is an enrichment. It's like an enrichment on the soul level, because we are not destined to to sit in our houses every day. We need to go out and explore this beautiful world. Meet like-minded people. It's so enriching, and that's really the biggest gist. It's not only enriching the experience, but you also get a lot of insight. You meet so many interesting people. You get inspired by other people, by other participants. You get to hear interesting stories. You get to meet amazing people. Amazing things can happen along the way. So it's everything bundled together. This kind of trip is, like I said in the beginning, this kind of trip is everything bundled. And Ocean is here too. So this kind of trip is everything bundled together. It's the whole package, and that's what I really love about it. And as you said, like for example, in Glastonbury is truly the heart chakra of the world, and I always felt like such an amazing energy there. I remember when we were there 5 years ago, I felt like I was high on love. It was truly amazing. So
yeah, it's a really special thing to not just visit sacred sites and the heart chakra of the world, but to be with like-minded community. That raises the energy even more, and it feels very ethereal, and it's a kind of experience that is unlike anything else, really. It's kind of unlike, it's very different from just going to a workshop or event from where you're from, for just an evening or a day. It's full on. We're going to be 9 days with like-minded community, having ceremony together. We're going to be doing daily ceremony, meditation, teachings, visiting of sacred sites. And we put here in the description, we will be remembering who we are and activating our magical nature. We will connect to the mystery inside and outside of self. Not only does this journey include visits to some absolutely beautiful places, but it will also be filled every day with, as I said earlier, meditations, activations, workshops, and ceremonies hosted by Meg and Jens. And Tracy is here. Hi, Tracy, who's actually going to be joining us on the trip. So we're so excited, Tracy, that you're going to be joining us. And we're just talking a little bit about the trip right now for anyone who might be interested. So we're going to be staying in 3 different places. Do you want to talk about the 3 different counties that we're going to be staying in and kind of the differences in energies?
Sure. Well, the first one is Wiltshire. It will, the main, I would say, attraction there is Avebury. It's the biggest stone circle in the world, a very old one. And I really, it's just a magical place. I remember standing under this magical tree there. The town is like actually in the middle of the stone circle. We're gonna go to eat in a pub in the evening, which is like supposed to be really haunted. I think an episode of Most Haunted was recorded there, which is great fun. So and I really remember being inspired by these stone circles and really feeling they are really connecting with them and feeling they had some kind of function. So there's all kinds of things to discover. The second part is we're going to Cornwall, which I visited 5 years ago for the first time, and it's absolutely beautiful and magical. Like the coast is so rugged, it's got such a magical energy. The people are so amazing. You know, there's amazing towns everywhere along the coast, amazing restaurants, amazing pubs. We're going to visit, amazing. What was that one place called? That witchy town. I really loved that.
Bowcastle.
Bowcastle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really amazing. Bowcastle, where we have like a witchcraft museum, which we're going to visit, you know, totally our thing.
Yeah.
And then the last one is Glastonbury, which is, you know, the heart chakra of the world. It's got so many special places like the Glastonbury Abbey, Chalice Wells, which I really love. It's got such a special energy. The Tor itself, where we climb up the Tor, and there's just so much. It's a very like spiritual bohemian feel to it. So there's just so much fun to do there.
Yeah, that was a really good explanation. So yeah, it's going to be jam-packed, actually. There will be time for relaxation and alone time. So it won't be, you know, we will be spending a lot of time in community together. We're going to have daily kind of sharing circles, meditations, activities that we're going to be doing. But there will be time for yourself. You won't be, if you're a highly sensitive person, don't worry about you know, not wanting to come on the trip, because there will be no alone time. There will be time for that. And remember, everyone who's coming is like-minded. They're open to spirituality and mysticism and magic. So it's a very beautiful thing we're so excited about. So we'll just quickly go a little bit through the itinerary. So on Wednesday, July 3rd, 2024, we're going to arrive. We're going to meet everyone who's going to take part in the retreat at the London Heathrow Airport in the early afternoon. And then we're going to drive. It's just a less than 1 hour drive over to a very magical place that we're going to be staying at called Evelyn's Garden Farmstay, which is an off-grid glamping center. And there's no electricity there. We will have power banks for if anybody needs to plug their phone in. There will be, you know, if you need to make a call or connect to your email, that will be available. We'll have power banks. But Evelyn's Garden Farmstay is totally off-grid, so we're going to have no electromagnetic frequencies. It's going to be in the summer. They've got campfire, barbecues. It's in an surrounding area of natural beauty. So in the day, there's beautiful views all around the farmstay, and at night, it's perfect for stargazing. And it's also perfect for doing UFO watching. So actually, we're going to be doing some UFO watching, and Jens is going to host a special Connecting to Your Star Family meditation. I think that's going to be on the Friday. And on the Thursday, we're going to spend a whole day at Avebury Stone Circles, which Jens was just talking about, which here's a picture of that there. And Jens was saying that's the largest stone circle in the world. And to be honest with you, you guys, we are going to be going to Stonehenge, okay, as a part of the trip, which we kind of have to go to Stonehenge because that's like the most popular megalithic site in England. And I like Stonehenge, don't get me wrong, but Avebury is like so magical. Everyone who's like-minded that I've gone there with or that I've talked to that's been there, they have magical experiences, beautiful energy is felt there. And I think it's really underrated compared to Stonehenge. So I'm very interested to see how people on the trip are going to feel at Avebury compared to Stonehenge.
Stonehenge is nice to see. I mean, we got to do it on a trip like this. You got to do Stonehenge because we're not far from Stonehenge. But for me, Avebury feels much more magical. So we're not going to do any ceremonies or Stonehenge. That will be just like a visit to see it and appreciate it. But the real, spiritual work will be done more at sites like Avebury.
Like Avebury, yeah. And Stonehenge is cool. They got a museum and exhibition, and we'll see the stones. So that'll be awesome. So we'll do that Friday, July 5th. We go to Stonehenge. And then in the evening, when we come back to Evelyn's Farmstay, it's going to be the new moon in Cancer. So we're going to do some new moon stargazing, which is the best time in the moon cycle to be doing stargazing. And it is one of the best areas in England to be doing star watching, stargazing. So we're going to do some UFO watching. Jens is going to guide us through a Connecting to Your Star Family meditation. And then the next day, we're going to leave the county of Wiltshire and we're going to drive to the coastal, beautiful area of Cornwall, like Jens was saying. And we're going to do a drive there. The drive is about 2 hours from where we're going to be staying in Wiltshire over to Cornwall. And we're going to visit on that day as well Tintagel Castle and Merlin's Cave. And we're going to do a special ceremony at Merlin's Cave. And there's a lot of legend and lore surrounding Tintagel Castle, that King Arthur is associated with it. The Holy Grail is associated with it. And Merlin's Cave definitely has a special energy, wouldn't you say?
Mhm.
So we're going to be doing that. And then also when we're in Cornwall, we're going to visit, like Jan said, Boscastle, the Museum of Witchcraft and Magic, St. Nectan's Glen, which if you look at this picture, this is me in front of St. Nectan's Glen, is a fairy paradise. It is so beautiful, St. Nectan's Glen.
It's amazing, yeah.
It's like entering a fairyland. So we're going to do a ceremony connecting to the elementals and the fairies of love and light and the energy of the waterfall and the land there. It's going to be so beautiful. Robin in the comments says, Cornwall is lovely in the summer, some great beaches. Yeah, we'll definitely make time to go to the beach
Absolutely.
as well,
We have
for
to.
sure. We love the beach. We love the sun. So we'll definitely be doing that. Thank you, Robin Hood, for that. And then our last full day in Cornwall, I'm so excited to go to St. Michael's Mount, which is the southernmost tip of England and is a beautiful, I don't have it up here in the itinerary, but actually let me bring up a picture so you guys can see. It's right at the bottom of Cornwall, the most southern part of England, and it's right on the St. Michael ley line. So it's a little bit of a small picture, you guys, but it's an island that we can cross at certain times of the day with a castle on it and a town on it. So at the right time of day, we're going to cross over the sea, walk onto the island, and that is a vortex sacred site in itself. And then after that, we're going to visit the Merry Maidens Stone Circle, which is not one of the most popular stone circles, but I've been hearing some really good things about it. So I'm excited to go to that one. It's very ancient and old. And then we're going to visit the town of Penzance, which I'm so excited. I don't know if you guys ever knew the musical, The Pirates of Penzance. Did you ever watch that musical?
No.
When I was a kid, I was obsessed with the Pirates of Penzance musical, and I've always wanted to go to Penzance. So we're going to visit that piratey fishing town later on in that last day of Cornwall. Then we go to Glastonbury for the, sorry, Ocean is going crazy here. Ooh, ooh. Oh my God, sorry you guys.
Is he
Ocean
stuck?
yeah, he was just a little bit stuck. Uh-oh, sorry, he was just stuck in my leggings. Sorry, you guys. Yeah, then the last 3 days we go to Glastonbury, where, like Jan said, we're going to visit the Glastonbury Tor, Abbey, Chalice Well, Cheddar Gorge as well, which we went to
Cheddar
last
Gorge is
time we
amazing
were
too.
there. Yeah, that was really cool. So lots of amazing things. So we're so excited for this trip. If you guys have any questions about it, or you're interested in joining us, please go to the link in the description box of this video, and you can email Jens at his email, which is at the bottom of our retreat page on my website, if you have any questions or you want to learn more about it.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else that we feel like sharing?
No, I would say, just it's going to be, we're very much looking forward to it, and it's going to be an absolutely magical time. And, in times like these, we have to, keep that spirit of spirituality alive, really get out there, get out of your comfort zone. Maybe that's the last thing I want to add is, you get so much value by it's a little bit, a travel like this. Some people come alone, like most people come individually. So it's a little bit out of your comfort zone, but there's so much value in living outside of the comfort zone a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to provide you with all the comfort at the places, but doing this is a little bit you're going out of your comfort zone of your own home. It's 9 days of like intense travel with meditations and ceremonies,
Mm-hmm.
but there's so much to gain when you come out of the comfort zone of your own life a little bit. So, and I really loved, I went to Egypt in 2016, and that's where I got connected with Meg, and then we got together and later. So if I wouldn't have done a trip, I never would have met Meg, and see how much my life has changed. Our life has changed. So
Yeah.
getting out of the comfort zone, there's so much value in it. I really hope you can join us on this trip.
Yeah, we would be honored to have you join us if you feel the call. And Robin Hood is saying, are you going to have time to visit Northern England, Wales, or Scotland? No, on this retreat, we will be just focusing on the southern part of England. But definitely we'll want to do a trip some point to Scotland and Northern England, which Northern England is where my dad was born, my ancestors are from. So I definitely feel called to do a retreat at some point in that area. Thank you, Robin Hood. And I also wanted to just pull some cards on why, well, we know why we're going, but what's the messages from the universe on this trip that we need to be aware of for our highest good? Wow. Okay. So cool. So first of all, I pulled a tarot card from my friend Gail's Hero Tarot, and we got the Lovers, the heartfelt decision, which is cool because we're going to be visiting the heart chakra of the world, which is very attuned to self-love, love relationships. I feel like a lot of people, when they visit these sacred sites in this part of England, it brings out that inner child joy, that inner child self-love, which can open us up to not just wellness in mind, body, spirit, but also love when we return back home, if that makes sense. More abundance and love, and always when we return back to where we come from. So it's very much about love, the heart chakra, self-love, enjoying life and joy, and our inner child. I think that's what I pick up from that. And then from my starseed cards, we got cracked open, rock bottom. So I feel like a lot of us have actually been in this space of the past few years. A lot of us like-minded soul family. It's not been an easy time at all, where we felt very disconnected from our soul family, from going to certain events and groups because of maybe mandates that have been in place or certain things that have been going on. So we've been going through that. And this is an opportunity for us to step into portals and experience the lifting of the veil, and places where the veils are thin, and magic, which is our natural essence, our natural birthright and energy. So these are places that help us connect to the magic that we already are, right? It's not something that's necessarily outside of ourselves. Even though these are places that are very sacred sites and magical, we always have that magic within us as well. And it helps us to remember that and reconnect to that, right? So does that make sense how I said that?
Yeah, that's why we're saying, in the subtitle of the trip, we connect to the mystery outside and inside. We can never forget the inside. And it's just this amalgamation of, the beauty of nature, the beauty of these places, but also through that connecting with the mystery inside, because there's so much mystery still in this world, outside and inside. So that's really also one of the main gists and themes of this trip.
Yeah, for sure. So is there anything we're forgetting before we finish up?
I think I'm good.
I don't think so. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for whether you're listening live or listening to the replay on this video about our Sacred England retreat coming up this July of 2024. If you have any questions or if you'd like to register, please go to the link in the description box of this video, go to the bottom of the retreat page on my website, and Jens's email is there to register or ask questions. And yeah, the spaces are filling up already.
Yeah,
so
good.
People are feeling the call and it's resonating with people, which is really, really awesome. So yeah, thank you to everyone that's signed up already. And we're so excited for this trip. We'll share more information soon. Okay.
Bye.
Bye for now,
Thank
guys. Mwah. Bye.